1 minute at the end of our discussion. Colleague. Yeah. The next speaker, our colleague Laszlo Surjan.
Tisztelt elnök úr, nagy
Mr. President, now it's a pleasure to note that Council and Commission are here this morning. And of course, when we were drawing up the 2010 budget, we had to address the question of the source of the EEAS's funding. The Commission said we don't need any new resources, it's just a question of redeployment of existing resources. This was something we had difficulty believing in the budget committee, and at the end of the day it was a mixed solution, because a large part of the cost could be covered by redeployment. However, we had to make available €44 million. This extra money is for a quarter, for a 3-month period, and will be cut down proportion over time. Now the EAS isn't up and running. Only 10% of its staff have been taken on. So it seems that this sum we will vote on tomorrow will be in effect for a longer period than originally thought. Now, we could have corrected that figure, of course, but that's something we opted not to do because we felt it was important for the service to get going as soon as possible, because I think that's an important message to send out. It's important for us to be visible in the world, and that's something that we are enjoined to do by the Lisbon Treaty. So we haven't cut the sum, but there are conditions attached. We particularly stress the importance of geographical coverage. We haven't created a mandatory reserve, I'd point it, so that this will not get in the way of the services getting up and running as soon as possible. We would like to hear guarantees that the amounts will be spent in a thrifty fashion, because don't forget that there are cuts across the board in all the member states at the moment. Finally, we're calling for very close cooperation with the member states and for complementarity in particular. In a lot of member states, this could give occasion to substantial cuts, because quite often the European Union can do things better than the member states on their own, and that of course can lead to savings. Mr. President, I sincerely hope that tomorrow this text will be adopted by the House. Thank you.
Thank you, colleague, for your remarks. And now I would... A request for the floor? Well, it's a blue card.
Herr Präsident, ich möchte...
Thank you. Could I just